He's got Larry. Missed him. Now Hawk coming up. He's got Jose on the trail. How about a 3-ball from Jose? Tip, Tice, or make it Jeremiah. And Brandon back at it.
Cut athleticism.
So Jeremiah kept it alive.
It's not just Clint Capella. You got Larry Nance Jr., you got Jalen Johnson. You got a lot of length and athleticism out there for the Atlanta Hawks.
Now this is the end of the floor. You got to pick it up. Roddy.
It's a good cut by Larry.
And Larry on the hammer. Looking over to the bench of the Pels.
That's a good cut by Larry. He cut right behind somebody's head. We've seen a lot of that.
15 to the shot line for the Pels. 9-point game. They're still buzzing off that one by a former Pel. Hawk. He'll go to the hole. Good take all the way on his weak hand.
Again, that's what Andrew Lopez referenced earlier. He's not simply a shooter. He's a scorer.
Yeah, Roddy wants to back him down, though. He's got the size on Hawk, and he walked with it, but they let it go. Nance for 3. Gets it again. So he's killing his old mates. 10-point game. A little more than 2 to play. And Brandon standing at the table like he's coming back. Hawk.
That's a... Oh, okay.
Got to be a block.
Yeah.
He wasn't in position. Atlanta is not out of fouls, so it'll come into the side.
Larry Nance did a great job of not leaving David Roddy out to dry. Because if he doesn't cut there, Roddy's stuck behind the glass.
Right.
2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, Debo to the rim.
4th foul on Garrison Matthews. Boston will bring it in. Brandon back for the final 2:10. Now he's got to worry because you need him on the floor most of the rest of the way. Dyson Daniels back out there with 3 fouls. So Brandon, first possession since he sat, and he'll take the 16-18 footer. Story for the Pels, though, is they're below 44% shooting, and it's 56% for Atlanta. And remember, at halftime, they're only at about 45, 46%. It's been that demonstrative what they've done in the second half. Shot clock coming down. Keaton Wallace just checked into the game. Jose denies him, but Johnson out front. Never got the rim. Saw that in the first half from him. Brandon Boston, 3-ball. And what a job underneath, but no finish for Jeremiah. So second chance points. The opportunity was there. Dyson, he walked. It's almost like Jeremiah defending pulled the chair. He was looking for leverage. He didn't get it. They've got 10 turnovers. Right now, you talked about playing with pace. Well, and that can be in the half-court set, too, but it's 13-5 in fast break points.
You go back 2 nights ago, this same New Orleans Pelicans team, obviously missing Zion, which is incredibly important, will put up 125 points.
Right. Missing 4 starters tonight. And Brandon got the corner if he wants it. Jamal, will he get the roll? No. Out of the story for the Pels in the second half. A dry spell continues. Dyson weaving his way for a drive and a kick.
Oh, that's a wall.
Yep, easy call. Just bolted before he put the ball to the floor.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
He did.
He bolted?
Yes, Usain out of the blocks. You got to capitalize on some of these mistakes, though.
You do.
But the Pels shooting only 42% on the handoff. Brandon inside the arc. Okay, down to 8.
The difference is the difference between Wallace and shooting over Dyson Daniels as far as length is concerned and activity defensively.
Get a stop and get a bucket. That's what you need now. One more stop, about 8-second difference. Dangerous. 5 of the shot clock. Johnson trying to get there on the spin, and he walked again. Changed his pivot foot.
Turned the ball over 3 times in the last minute and a half.
So they're asking him to. Last year when we saw him, he was more like on the elbow, catch, shoot, in his range.
But now he's the second guy, right? Last year was DeJounte Murray. You had Trae Young. You had DeJounte Murray. Now Jalen Johnson has become that second guy.
Well, you got the stop. Now can you get the score? Final 10 seconds of a disappointing third, but you're only down 8. Boston off the pick. A 3 ball. Jeremiah's going to go. He will, but it's going to be short. Jeremiah doing a good job underneath, but they couldn't finish what they picked up. So the Pels finish the third shooting 42% compared to 55% for Atlanta. Hawks in the driver's seat. And they have taken 8 of the last 11 for the Pels, leading by 8 through 3.
As long as you love to compete, you love to win, we'll be good.
For us, it's about consistency, playing our best basketball at the right time.
Blocked weak side by Nisi. So pretty for DeJounte Murray. Throw it down, big fella, 2 hands.
You want the lob? He'll get the lob.
New Orleans is time for the 4-quarter. This is our city. This is our house, and we need you.
Pels outscored by 9 in the third, shooting just 36%, 33% on their triples, as they were 4 of 12 on their 3 tries. And now we start the fourth. Pels will have the basketball. Out there right now is Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, Daniel Tice, along with Brandon Ingram, Brandon Boston Jr., and Jamal Cain. So first play out of the break. And what's the execution? Backdoor run, saved. It'll be Cain, wide open. Can't collect. And that's the story for the Pels. That's a great look, though.
Yes, it is.
That's a break, because it was an overshoot on the pass to Brandon Ingram. Now, Wallace,
Short.
real short. It was almost like, do I go to the lob to Larry Nance, or do I take the runner? Dyson Daniels.
And that's why you go under on screens on Dyson.
Good call.
Because he's great at turning the corner with that floater in the lane.
Good drop. It'll be Daniel Tice blowing the opportunity, though, inside. They have missed so many good looks inside. Opening minute. Johnson. How many steps? He waltzed his way to the rack. So Atlanta in the third quarter hit almost 80% of their shots and started with a layup here in the fourth. Daniel Tice's mid-range game. Gets the roll. Pels desperate. It's only 8, as poorly as they shot. Right. So it's not like Atlanta, and they don't have Trae Young on the floor now, so you better capitalize.
And everything's going through number 1 for them right now.
Dyson for 3. Yeah.
You got Dyson over here celebrating too.
Right. Looking at the bench. 11-point game. Brandon Boston all the way to the hole.
Play, man. Brandon
He's
Boston can
into
play.
double figures. He's got a dozen.
He can play.
And it prompts a timeout from Quinn Snyder. So a team that comes in trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. The Atlanta Hawks having it their way so far. Will it continue as they lead by 9?
of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Yeah, let's see your best move for the Sprite Dance Cam. There we go. Let's see how you working for the dance cam. All right. I need some energy. Let's see how y'all moving for the dance cam. Uh-huh. More you move, the more it comes your way. Let's get it. All right. There it is. Okay. All right. Right. We need to figure out who's winning today with the Sprite Dance Cam. Okay. Will it be him? Or will it be Mom? Will it be him?
It's still a 9-point game. How about a seat in the Hub Club and enjoy it just like those folks are? It's the Sweet Life in the Hub Club. Newly renovated space here on the suite level at the Smoothie King Center. And it's all inclusive. Food, beverage, everything. So for all the details, go to pelicans.com/premium. Pelicans.com/premium. So can the Pels get stops? Right now they're down and points to the paint, 48-26, and they have missed a lot of opportunities down low.
Right at the rim.
Left, Trae Young on the bench. Keaton Wallace is running to the half-court set. Brijeg trying to find Jalen Johnson. You want him outside. We saw him go to the rack. Roddy on the bite, and good save. Johnson and deflected by Brandon. 4.2 on the clock.
You know, and I know it sounds weird, but a lot of times when you come out defensively from an ATO, all you have to do is deny one pass to break the rhythm of the play.
Gonna be Larry Nance up against Daniel Tice, and he walked. He slid the pivot foot. He wanted to shove. He's not going to get it. So the Pels 12 turnovers compared to 13 now for Atlanta. Points off mistakes almost identical too.
You got to find Brandon Ingram. With no Dyson Daniels out there.
Right, get him going. They double him. That frees up the corner three. Kane.
Got it. You got to hit it. You got to hit it, and that's great trust.
Brandon.
Number 14.
Right, Brandon gave it up. Now, Brijeg denied. And off of Larry Nance. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Now you got to play without fouling.
Johnson, hop, skip, and a jump. Can't get it, but Larry's there to clean it up. Back to an 8-point game with 9+ to play. It has been a struggle since the beginning, and especially the third quarter. Brandon launching a three. Yes!
I love that shot. I love that shot for him.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready to tee it up. So Brandon is now 10 of 15 overall, really clean, 28 points, and 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Brijeg trying to back down Kane.
See, they're doing everything, like basically right now, Jalen Johnson's their facilitator.
Wallace, quick release, smart play, smaller man, and he beat Kane. Yeah.
Right, great cut.
Back to 7. They're getting good minutes from that young man. There's 5 of 6 last Friday night's game. He's 2 of 3 so far tonight. Now Brandon waited for the pick. He'll do it again. Not the same result. Tracked down at a second chance. 10 on the shot clock for Brandon against David Roddy. Trying to get there. Now the double team. How about a spin to the baseline and a fall away? That's tough. Got it! Really difficult.
Again, with his high shot release, When you put smaller players on him, there's nothing they can do to impact his sight line.
Brandon's got 30 and counting. Chipped away, but it going right to Roddy.
That's a great play by Ricochet, though.
Yeah, he deflected it.
Right.
They're not beating themselves, are they? Making mistakes, playing smart. And that's without Trae Young on the floor. Brandon Boston, and it's going to be taken away. Lowered the dribble right into the teeth of the defense. And the hammer from Jalen Johnson. Nobody stopped the basketball.
And it's Brandon Ingram that's backpedaling, and he can't afford to pick up his fifth foul.
Timeout Pels down by 9. 7.5 to play. So every time the Pels make a little bit of a run, a spurt, Hawks have an answer.
Now you know I'm up here. If you're sitting down, it's time to get up. Let's get that energy going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get those hands ready. These shirts are coming your way. They're coming in hot. We want to hear you. Let's go, New Orleans. It's still the weekend. I know you could be a little bit louder than that. I said 504. Where you at? Let's go! If you're sitting down, it's not the time. That's right, I'm looking at you. You're in a white shirt. I can see you. It's time to get on up. You're still sitting down. Let's go. I need to see all our fans up. Let's go! New Orleans, I don't think you're loud enough. I don't think you're loud enough. We need to hear you. Let's go. Who wants a shirt? Let's go. You're still sitting down. I need you to stand up. Yes, my man stood up. Let's go. Ten-point game. It's time to lock it in. It's time to take this dub. Let's get these shirts. Let's get this dub. Let's go. New Orleans, don't stop, don't stop. We want to hear you. Let's go, keep going.
Let's take a look at my player spotlight, brought to you by FanDuel. We talk about how important stars are. B.I.'s been fantastic tonight. He has. He's been efficient. He's done a great job at trusting his teammates. These are 3 plays to start the third quarter. Trust Jamal Cain with that 3-point shot. Next time down, step into a 3-point shot. Then here, looks like he's locked up. Now, when you're 6'8" with a high shot release. Excellent shot over David Roddy. They're going to have to ride B.I. in his efficiency and his ability to facilitate for this next 7:30.
Yeah, and don't forget, after he's hit a couple of shots, make him touch the basketball.
He has to touch the ball.
Because he's going to bring everybody's attention. He's going to make it easier for you at the offensive end. Boston.
That's called gravity, Joe. That's the definition of gravity.
Hawk wanted to go back to Javante. He hits the deck. 8 on the shot clock. Brandon on the pick. And now you got to go. Going strong. And got there, but couldn't finish.
So just think about it. That's 2 back-to-back possessions that B.I. did not touch the basketball.
Right. Roddy all the way to the rim. They'll bring it back out for Trae Young. Plenty of time on the clock. And Roddy out of the arc, walked to the basketball. Well, the Pels have been able to get offensive second chances. They have 16 offensive boards. Here's the problem. They're being outscored 54-28 in the paint, and they're only 14 of 32 in the paint. So they're not even shooting 50% when they get the opportunities, where Atlanta is 27 of 40 around the rim. That's way above.
Right.
I mean, they're way over 60%.
Now you can see the thought process. They're going to jump B.I. and take the basketball out of his hands.
Hawks waiting.
Yep.
And it took too long to get there. Wallace, the easy one. Points off the takeaway. And now the Hawks at the wrong time have their biggest lead of the game on a 7-0 run. They're up by a dozen. 6+ to play. It has been a struggle offensively. Ooh, another easy takeaway. This time Larry Nance. And the finish. Biggest lead of the night is 14 for Atlanta. Where's Jose?
Right here?
I don't. I'm talking about handling the basketball.
Right.
Because you need your lead to touch it.
But now, if you're Quinn Snyder, all you're going to do is you're going to double BI and take the ball out of his hands.
He's not
right?
beating me.
Just like this.
And a third
like this.
consecutive
It's the smart thing to do. Because basically what you're saying is we are going to make someone else who's not accustomed to making plays make plays.
Right. Jordan had the basketball and lost it. Otherwise, it's a steal for the Pels, but it's a gift once again for Jalen Johnson. And they are ready to run away and hide.
This is why your second guy, your third guy, this is why DeJounte Murray and C.J. McCollum and Trey Murphy and Zion Williamson and Herb Jones, this is why these guys are so important.
That's why they're starters.
Right.
You're missing 4 of your 5 starters, plus Trey is like a starter.
Right.
So add a 5th to it.
It's tough to double team Brandon Ingram when you're out there with other guys that are accustomed to making plays and knocking down big shots.
Yeah, if you joined us late, Zion tweak of his hamstring. He sits tonight. And we found that out about an hour before game time. He came out warmed up. It didn't feel right for him. You're deep into the clock. Brandon over Johnson, and it barely got there. And then Johnson leaked out, nobody back. So from bad to worse.
And right now the Pelicans are struggling just to get an offensive set.
And deep into the clock.
Right, they're true, because what they're telling Jalen Johnson is deny Brandon Ingram. Deny Brandon Ingram the basketball and force someone else to make a play.
It'll be Brandon. Now you're 10 of the shot clock. Brandon in the mid-range. Inside of 5 to play.
I tell you what, Joe, I was a role player in this league for 13 years, and I cannot tell you the amount of respect that I have for stars, because a lot is asked of them.
Right. The pressure and the focus. That stops a 14-0 run. Wallace can take it away by Brandon. He got there in the passing lane. Hawks going hard. And a timeout. Well, you want to put a team back into a game, you turn it over. It got away in the third. They led by 9, and then a 14-0 run thanks to turnovers for Atlanta. When the regulars are out there, the turnovers haven't cropped up. Tonight they have.
That's BG right there, buddy.
Yep.
Bling, bling, Joe.
Everybody's taking pictures, aren't they?
Bling, bling. But yeah, you're right about the turnovers. You know, when you have 16 turnovers, and we talk about it all the time, everything is situational. They turned the ball over 3 times in a row, which is now giving the Atlanta Hawks momentum here in this fourth quarter and pushed this lead up to as much as 17.
Trae Young wanted Capella. Instead, Dyson Daniels. And Jalen Johnson. I mean, he's surrounded by blue, but he's got the inside position. Delay a game, but having his way. And we saw enough of him last year. You know what he brings. His activity inside. So Jalen Johnson doing a great job inside. He's got 29 on 20 shots. He has made a 3, but he's had his way down around the rim, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's played well. They are just so much more aggressive in these dribble handoff situations. They are so much more aggressive. You can tell what their game plan was coming in on all these dribble handoffs to blow them up. And they've done a fantastic job defensively at doing that tonight.
Well, tomorrow night, it's a late start. Andrew and Wes, they've got the Pelicans preview show. That is it tomorrow night at 8. So Pelicans live at 8. We'll tip it at 8:30. And get ready. Jose, catch and shoot. And it's been a dry second half of the Pels. Opposite for Atlanta, give them credit. They're shooting 77%. Now, a lot of it's been off turnovers and points in the paint. 40 points in the paint in the second half alone. And the Pels have had 42 total points. But it's creating opportunities and then playing to your strength. And Jalen Johnson, he's 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's got 29 points. He's had his way in the paint.
Right. He has his way in the paint, and he's also had his way in transition. And lowering his head, staying in control, and getting to that rim. And also, you give Trae Young a lot of credit as well, because he's done a great job putting the pieces of the puzzle together, understanding time, score, situation, where the ball needed to go, and how to get it there without turning that basketball over.
Yeah, and he didn't force anything. A lot of times we'd see him take 25, 30 shots in a game. He has 13 tonight. But he has made his teammates much better with 12 assists. So, Jose sits down.
I'll tell you the best thing about this league, Joe. The best thing about this league is when you play well and when you don't play well, you're right back at it again. Because tomorrow comes quick.
Right.
As soon as this game is over, you're no longer worried about the Atlanta Hawks. Now it's time to focus and get ready for the Portland Trailblazers.
There's Jalen Noel in for the first time as a Pell. Game, step back three. And Jalen Johnson has it. So 3+ to play. Noel was a second-round pick originally, former Pac-12 Player of the Year with the Washington Huskies, Garfield High School and Seattle guy. And we saw him. He can play. There's no question about that. Pels had an open roster spot, and he's got it as Trae Young gets back-to-back triples, and he is up to 20 and 12 assists. He averages, I mentioned, in his 8 career games against the Pels, he averages 25 points and 11 assists. Reeves coming up short. Kane will get the putback. So the Pels will get ready for the Blazers. And see if maybe Z can be in the lineup tomorrow night. Zion out with a hamstring injury. And that was a late decision. A timeout for Quinn Snyder. So it's going to be 9 out of the last 12. The Hawks have taken 9 out of the last 12 from the Pels. Another one later in the year in Atlanta.